Do you have a small trading account? If so, I want you to consider using this strategy as it is fantastic for those of you with smaller accounts. And even if you don't have a small account and you're somebody like me that does have a larger account, I am still using the strategy and I love it. It's fantastic and it offers a whole lot of benefits that other strategies just don't. I do want to be very clear though, I'm not trying to sit here and portray that this is some sort of holy grail, that this is some sort of quick fix, and that if you use this strategy, you're going to make all sorts of money. But it is something that's definitely worth, like I said, at least considering and pursuing. And I want to just boil things down and show how it can work and how you can get involved with a much smaller account. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush. What I'm talking about here is options trading, trading option contracts in regards to stocks. Now, if you're anything like me, when I was a beginner just getting started, I always thought options were way too complicated. Wait, what's this? What's that? And there's a bunch of dynamics going on. And there are multiple dynamics, but at the core, they're not hard at all. As long as you can grasp a few simple concepts, then again, there's a little bit more that goes into it. But broadly speaking, you're basically already there once you understand the basic concepts. And the basic concept here that I want to teach you about, because this will also then lead right into how you can get involved with a much smaller account, is, well, how much does it cost to actually trade options? And the math here is very simple. And all you have to look at is, and I'll show you this here in just a second, so I'm not going to just stay in theory. Well, I'm going to pull up my platform, and then you can see how this all works. But all you got to look for is, number one, the contract price. So can you look and identify a price? I'm assuming you can. Next question, can you multiply that price by 100? So can you pull up a calculator and can you just say, let's bring up the calculator because we're going to do this. So can you walk and just say, hey, you know what? Do you know how to use a calculator? Do you know how to type in a number and then click multiply by 100? If you can do that, then hey, you know what? You're basically all the way there. And then the final question becomes, okay, well, how many contracts do you actually want to buy? And that is the equation to how much is it going to cost you to get involved with options. That simple. What is the contract price? Multiply that by 100, and then however many contracts you want to buy, whether that's 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., then just multiply it by that. So as a quick little example here, in fact, no, we don't even, let's just go right to my desktop and then we can start to go through all this. But that's it. That's all you need to know. That's one of the basic pillars of, okay, well, I don't know, how much does it actually cost? That's the math. Like I said, I get it. They kind of have a stigma that they're way more complicated than what they are, but they're not. And like I said, I hopefully you're like, Clay, move on. I get it. That's super easy. You're insulting my intelligence right now. Good. I'm proving my point that it's not complicated. You can do it. So here is my platform, my options platform screen here that I use through my broker and everything. And what I want to do and what you can't see, so for those of you that maybe do watch my live trade videos, then you should be familiar with the screen that you're looking at right now. But the one thing that you don't see, because I have it right up above the screen, but I'm going to bring it down, is what is known as an options chain. Now, an options chain, it can look kind of overwhelming. It can look, wait, what's this? What's that? I don't want, just stick with me here. It's quite simple. Let's just say, for example's sake, I'm just totally making up this number, but let's just say that, you know what, you're sitting there and you're saying, I think Tesla, for whatever reason, wants to go down to $600. So right now it's trading for basically right over there, let's call it $603.50. But for whatever reason, you say, you know what, I think it wants to go down to $600. Well, then what you would do here is on the options chain, you would find what is known as the strike price, okay? So find that strike price, and then you'd go to the level that you think it could potentially go. And in this situation, 600. So let's just click on 600. And now we're looking at, and because you think it's going to go down, you're going to want to look at put options, because put options are, those values will actually rise if Tesla stock goes down. So it's a form of shorting, going short. But the point here being is, okay, well, how much would you need to get involved at this exact time? Well, again, let's look over here at the level 2. If you wanted to buy right now, though, that's the contract price right there. We'll use $8.10. Okay, so that's the contract price. Do you remember the math? What do we have to, so let's just get this in play here. So the contract price here is $8.10, but then we have to multiply that by something. What do we have to multiply it by? Well, we have to multiply it by 100. So that means that for every contract, it's going to cost you $810. So the question becomes, do you have $810 in your account? If you're answering, yes, I do, how cool is that? You can literally trade Tesla with $810. Pretty crazy, huh? You don't have to go find some sort of 000 garbage penny stock. You can look at a real company. You can look at, now, of course, well, Clay, Tesla's not a real company. I know there's a lot of opinions on Tesla, but so put that aside, but it's a legitimate company, right? You could do this on Apple. You could do this on Facebook. You could do this on, a variety of other companies. But for this, I'm just using Tesla. But maybe you're saying, no, Clay, well, I don't have $800. Okay, well, here's the cool thing is let's look down here and let's pull up the options chain again. And what you can be looking at is over here in these prices. This is just telling you the prices for the various, again, strike prices out there. In fact, let's do this here. Let's just do all. So you look here and you can just start to scroll and just look at the prices. So for whatever reason, let's just say, no, I don't have $810. Okay, that's fine. Well, and I'm just randomly picking this, but let's click on that one. So now the question becomes, all right, well, let's look at the prices for this contract. Well, over here, you can buy right now for $3.80 right there. So let's get out the trusty calculator and do the math once again. So we said the math was what? Well, first off, what is the contract price? As we just said, that's $3.80. And then what do you have to multiply by? Well, multiply that by 100. So $380, that's the question. Do you have $380 in your account? If you're saying, yes, I do, well, then guess what? You can be trading Tesla. You can be getting involved with Tesla, which is a $600 stock for $380. That's pretty neat, huh? But I understand, well, no, Clay, but yeah, I can do that, but I'd like more than one contract. So again, how much is it going to cost for me to get 3 contracts? Well, think back to the beginning of the video. What do we now need to multiply 380 by if we want 3 contracts? Well, multiplied by 3. That means you're going to have at least $1,140 to participate. Now, the cool thing here is if you have leverage and margin, then you don't even need to have all these amounts. I mean, technically speaking, you could have, and I'm just giving $1,000, and if you have 4 times leverage, now you have $4,000 of buying power. So, but that's kind of a different discussion. The point here being is that's pretty cool, isn't it? When you just stop. So let's just go down some more. Like, well, no, Clay, I don't have $380. Okay, well, let's just scroll down and let's just click on this one again. Just randomly clicking on that one. So now you see over here, and you see 54 cents by 56 cents. So in other words, for this contract at this strike price, the current cost is 56 cents. So let's get out the calculator. And I know, Clay, I know, but like I said, I'm really just trying to hammer home the fact that this does not need to be complicated. It's not nearly as overwhelming as what it seems to be. So in this situation, we said the contract price was what? Well, 56 cents. So 0.56. What do we have to multiply that by? Well, got to multiply it by 100. So do you have $56 in your account? If you have $56 in your account, you can be trading. You can be getting involved with Tesla, which at the time of this video is a $600 stock. And options can move very quickly. So it is very, very valid. It is very, very rational to think that you can grow a smaller account. Now, of course, if you act like a degenerate gambler, if you just show up and treat the place like a casino, options can and will quickly take your money. So this is not, like I said at the beginning, a get rich quick or a magic holy grail. You got to show them respect. You got to show them a whole lot of respect. But if you are somebody that's willing to study, to learn, to map out and build a nice strategy, then yeah, it is a more than valid way for you to go about and get involved in the market with a much smaller account without having to go and trade, some of these just random, obscure, probably scam penny stocks out there. You can focus on legitimate companies. But that is truly as straightforward as it gets. Find the contract price. Again, on the options chain, that's what we have here. Options prices here, and then options prices over here. Once you find that option price, multiply it by 100, then ask yourself, well, how many contracts do I want to buy? And then multiply the number by that, and you will see, okay, do I have that amount in my account? And if you do have that amount, then you can get involved with whatever that stock may be, just in a different way, in kind of a roundabout way via the options market, as opposed to just trying to go out there and buy Tesla stock straight up. So hopefully that opens your eyes. Hopefully that can kind of pique your interest into wanting to learn more about options and how they behave and function. And I do offer classes for options if you want to learn more about all the little nooks and crannies, which are important. But at the core, the broad strokes, basics are very straightforward. And this is just one of them in terms of, that simple calculation that I think everybody can do, assuming you own a calculator and assuming you know how to click multiply by 100, then you can do it. So if you do have any other questions or anything like that, then leave those down in the comment section down below. But if anything, like I said, and you have a smaller account, and even if you don't, somebody like me doesn't have a small account, but I still do trade options because of, they just allow you to get involved in very efficient ways, then it's worth, it's worth pursuing, I would argue, and maybe not be a fit for you, but like I said, at least worth considering. So small account, consider learning more about options. If you found this video helpful, if you would like me to do more of these kind of quick tip type videos, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Then also check out the channel as a whole. And if you like what you see, hopefully decide to hit that subscribe button. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.